Hi folks, my name is Levin Marie Safford. I actually go by Marie. I am the Maryland-based dealer for All Pro Waterflow, which is an RV holding tank service. All Pro Waterflow is a unique service that uses hydrojetting equipment to be able to get inside of the tanks and actually eliminate all of the built-up sludge and debris and everything that is built up inside of tanks. We're actually able to clean off sensors and solve a lot of problems with your tank is plugged, etc. What I am doing right now is, in addition to our service, we actually go around to RV rallies as well as campgrounds, and we do educational seminars for other RV owners on how to manage your holding tanks and be able to save money. What we basically cover in these, well, if you think about it, learning the right way of managing your holding tanks can actually save you money. But the problem is most RV owners don't even look into the proper way of managing their tanks until after they have a problem. And unfortunately, I think most of us RV owners are guilty of that. Myself, that's exactly how I found All Pro Waterflow. I actually went to a seminar with Gary Bunzer, the RV doctor, because I was having sensor problems. My partner John and I live in our RV, and it was almost immediate after we moved into the RV and began living in it full time that our sensors began misreading. So I followed RV Doctor. I watched all of his YouTube videos. We used the recommended products that he suggests, and we were very happy with everything that he had suggested, but nothing was helping our sensors. So it turned out that he was actually going to be in Hershey, Pennsylvania, doing a seminar on waste management. So, of course, I'm like his biggest fan, so I decided I was going to, take the day. I actually worked on the weekends, but I took a Sunday so that I could go to one of his seminars. And it was very educational. I learned a lot. But at the end of the seminar, when he opened up for questions, one of the things he hadn't talked about during the seminar was how to get sensors clean. So I asked him, well, what about sensors? I mean, what can we do to clean those? I had tried sensor chemicals, etc. So he basically told me, really what you need to do is probably contact All Pro Waterflow, which is a professional service that cleans out the tanks. So I did just that. I contacted All Pro Waterflow, and turned out they did not have a dealer in my area. So I was like, wow, after reading the information and what they did, I was like, this only makes sense. Why shouldn't there be a service in this area? This is, there's a huge market for it. So I contacted All Pro Waterflow, and I became a partner, cooperative partner, went in with a cooperative partnership with the founder. So that's how I got started. My experience started as a person experiencing sensor problems. So as I mentioned, a lot of people don't start to actually research how to take care of their tanks until after there's a problem. So what we do is we actually go out to the campgrounds and to RV rallies, and our seminar basically covers several things. The proper holding tank procedures, the correct waste system evacuation procedures, chemical-free alternatives to tank treatments, which I think is very important. That's going to be a very important subject that I'm going to go over. The waste system components and basics, and why understanding your waste system is very important, and especially when you're asking for tips on how to manage your tanks. And then we also cover some specialty fittings and devices, as well as really explain the high cost of ignoring your sensors misreading inaccurate readings, the high cost that will actually cause you by ignoring the sensors. So again, I wanted to start this video series. It's going to basically facilitate all the information that we cover in those seminars. And the reason why I want to do that is because we found that an hour seminar just is not enough time to cover as many topics as the holding tank actually opens up. We find that we get a lot of questions. So what I want to do, because of the time limits that I have on seminars, is I want to go over questions that we receive and explain why we come up with the suggestions that we come up with. I think a lot of people give tips and they leave out the why. I don't learn that way. I don't trust people who do that. Even as an RV owner before All Pro Water Flow, if somebody gave me a suggestion, I wanted to know why they were suggesting that. I'm not one of those that believes that, just because someone says it or just because you read it online, especially online anymore, that means that it's true. And that's why I liked Gary Buncer, the RV doctor. Everything that he would show me through his YouTube videos, he showed me how and why it worked. And so that's what I want to be able to do for you, with the main topic being RV holding tanks. That's going to be my main focus for this video series. So I hope you enjoy the video series. I want to go ahead and get started on one of the topics that I think I get the most questions on. So stay tuned. My first video is actually going to be discussing waste system basics and components. But it's also going to cover one of the main reasons that you need to understand your system. And that is the question that I get all the time of, how much water do I need to add after I dump the tank? How much water do I need to put back into the tank? So I do hope that you come back for the next second video of this series. Also, I have a blog, rvlifemadesimple.com. If you prefer to read this information, please visit that blog. Everything that I'm going to cover, I'm going to have a blog as well, going over each of those individual topics. The blog is very special to me. I've just started it, RV Life Made Simple, but because I do holding tanks primarily as a business, that's my starting subject, but eventually I will be branching out and covering other topics. So I hope you guys enjoy this series. I'm super excited to get started, so come back for video number 2. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.